I want to go into my goat Cassper. Right. I know I know a bunch, and this is where now I'm gonna really look at the screen. And this is where I'm gonna be talking to y'all. I thought I was gonna be able to let y'all jump into this, but I mean y'all see what TikTok is doing. Right? My CPU has been chowed, baby. But I wanna talk about Cassper. And I wanna talk about why people hate Cassper. As I said previously, I think South Africans hate Cassper because Cassper shows something that most people don't have, which is audacity. He's audacious, right? I think Cassper is the guy that really did it for real. Like he left school and really focused on his career, right? And he focused on his career with this laser sharp focus and determination that he did everything that he said he was going to do. And people hate that, especially South Africans, because we are a nation that is still trying to figure ourselves out and figure out how we're going to get to where we need to get to. You understand? Even the rich people. That's why corruption, all that, woo, 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 woo. I think the hate on Cassper is extremely unnecessary. I think also what Cassper said when he said people mention his name to get some clicks, I think that's also true. I think you cannot say anything about Cassper's discography. I think Cassper's discography is strong. I think Cassper's discography is important, right? Every album. I think Cassper's discography shows that he's a phenomenal rapper. I think Cassper's discography shows that he can write love songs. I think Cassper's discography shows that he can write hits, both street and radio. I think Cassper's discography shows that he can be a versatile artist. I think Cassper's discography is one of the best discographies, right? I think Cassper's presence in the game showed us that SA hip hop can take it beyond, and a lot of people don't like it. I think Cassper's probably one of the most instrumental people in the rise of SA hip hop due to due to the beef with him and AKA, right? And yes, as Hydro says, he says he's going to do something, does it, and says, "I told you I'll do it," because a lot of people always tell him, "No, you not." I think Cassper is one of the most important people in the game, and in Cassper being one of the most important people in the game, if not the most important person in the game, I'm here to tell you that the Cassper hate is unnecessary. The Cassper hate is unnecessary. The Cassper hate is unwarranted. The Cassper hate is misplaced. As a young man, when I was 22 maybe, right, 21, I also didn't get Cassper. I also didn't understand why this guy's out here. But as 10 years later, I understand. I think the Cassper hate is unwarranted. If you don't like Cassper for his music, that's fine. But I think hating him as a man is unnecessary. I think hating Cassper as a man is unnecessary. Y'all don't know that man from a bar soap. I think if you do not like Cassper's music, that's fine. But Cassper's music is to be recognized. A year ago, I told you that Kushoban is going to tear things up, and he did. Right? I saw somebody say Cassper doesn't know how to rap. You talking nonsense. A lot of reviewers think that it's a thing to do to just hate on Cassper so they can get numbers. Cassper is the most important person in SA hip hop, if not not one of the most, if not the most important person in SA hip hop. He has filled up stadiums that most rappers can't. Most rappers are still struggling to. He takes big risks, gets big rewards. If you don't like him for his personality, that's on you. But I feel like we should stop the Cassper hate. We definitely should stop the Cassper hate. And yeah, Brandon says, I told them I'm going to do it. They said, do it. Then I did it. Then they started hating on me. Guess the dream was more appealing. Yes. I guess that's a Cassper line. I believe that's a Cassper line on I Hope I Bought It. I'm not the biggest Cassper fan. It's very important to note. I'm not the biggest Cassper fan musically, right? I don't listen to every album that Cassper drops when I say this, When I say I'm not the biggest Cassper fan musically, I'm saying I don't listen to every. He's not like a Kendrick Lamar to me, right? I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. Dare I even say I'm a Kendrick Lamar stan? I'm not a Cassper stan. I'm a fan of Cassper, if that's the case, right? If we want to put it that way. Yeah, stop hating on Cassper. Matter of fact, I'll even use my platform to say, because a lot of y'all have said this on my comments. You guys say I'm the South African DJ Academics. I'm here to tell you on my platform, if I'm the South African DJ Academics, then Casper's Drake. If I'm the South African DJ Academics, then Cassper is Drake. On this here platform and everything that I do that has to do with commentary, I will stand with Cassper. I will defend Cassper. As a musician, I don't know him from a bar soap. Because I think what you niggas can't understand is that when Cassper goes, the game is going to suffer. AKA left. Right? May God bless his soul. And the game has been suffering ever since. If Cassper goes, it's done. I need y'all to understand this. I definitely think that I would like him more as a person, just to sit down with him, but not musically. Yeah, I think Cassper, look, it's one of people, we relate to one another, right? So it's also very important to know that Cassper is a bro, looks like he's a funny bro, right? But like I said, if I'm the South African DJ Academics, then Casper's Drake. And I'm here to stand by Cassper. Right? As a musician, as a rapper, as a not even a custodian, as a juggernaut in hip hop. There's a generation of kids that only know Cassper. They don't know anything before Cassper. And what Cassper always does is he always reminds us where he comes from. Always. When you hear the OGs that raised Cassper, quote unquote, right? They'll show you and they'll tell you that nah, Casper's been really doing this for real. He's not bullshitting. So with that being said, I'm here to tell you, to close off tonight's Wild Take Wednesdays. Well, before I close it off, I'm going to give y'all some space to ask questions. But before I close my portion, I'll tell y'all, stop hating on Cassper. It's unnecessary. It's most definitely and unequivocally unnecessary. Cassper is the GOAT. Cassper will forever be the GOAT, and Cassper is him. Big shout out to Don Nyovest. The Cassper hate is unnecessary. Again, I don't know him as a man. I don't want anything from Cassper, right? I mean, if he drops something, I'll definitely be accepting of it. But I don't want anything from Cassper. I didn't like Cassper once upon a time also as a young man. But I grew up and I understood, right? I feel like Cassper is too accessible because he needs to market himself. Cassper doesn't need to market himself. Cassper is a businessman. It's very important to note. Cassper understands that in order for him to sell things, he needs to be in front of people, right? Same way that if I'm not dropping videos on TikTok, y'all gonna forget about me. Because if I don't drop videos, right, y'all gonna forget that Wild Take Wednesdays is a thing. Wild Take Wednesdays wasn't here for 2 weeks. Right? I had to drop videos. Music Review Friday hasn't been here for 2 weeks. I had to drop videos. I had to be out here. I had to be accessible because I understood that there's something right here. Right? There's a brand right here. He is a business. And businesses are accessible to people, to consumers who want to partake in the business by consuming the business. Cassper, he is not too accessible. He is a business. His face makes money. For people who don't understand, that's on you. Maybe go read some business books. Then Nyuku showed his lyrical ability. What are they talking about saying he can't rap? Because it's cool to hate on Cassper. Dare I even say, and without trying to disrespect the memory of AKA, dare I even say the people who are hating on Cassper right now were AKA fans. And unfortunately, because AKA is not there to fuel the hate, their hate is homeless. Their hate is homeless. They just look weird now because why are you hating? You just hating for no reason. You look stupid. So I'm here to tell you, Cassper is the one. Cassper will forever be the one, the greatest. A diaspora of hate. A diaspora of hate. Y'all niggas is stuck in a diaspora of hate. Stop hating on Cassper. I'm an AKA fan, broski, but I know greatness when I see it. Thank you very much, Hydro. Cassper's the greatest. That's my portion of Cassper, the great Cassper debate. What I was going to say, the great Cassper debate, but it's not a debate. It's just my words. Big shout out to Cassper. Stop hating on Cassper. Casper's the one.